Is it live?
Yeah.
What's up, Fishtank people? Dustin's Fish Tanks. Bringing it to you live with sirens in the background. How's everybody doing? I hope you're doing well. In today's video, we're gonna bring you aquascaping of this wonderful football F35, I believe this one is. And then, as I lose my train of thought from the car, yeah, and we're gonna show you how we're gonna aquascape with the rocks. We're gonna show you how we're gonna aquascape with driftwood. I've got 6 types of hardy hygrophila to show you, some mega hardy aquarium plants. But first, I want to show you all the team that's been grinding it for me real quick. And I want to show you right here. Guys been doing a great job. And then Josh back there's been killing it. So between Andrew running it on the editing and Josh running it on the great plants, we are super duper pumped. So I hope the internet connection is good. It's the 3rd time we're trying this, hence the Copy Dustin intro. So yeah, we got the F35 right here. It's actually 35 liters. I don't know, I'm gonna call it whatever that is in gallons. I'm not sure. Probably a little less than 20 gallons or whatever. But this is the fat tank that was supposed to be set up in the new greenhouse property. I'm trying to actually do these live for you all. This is being done on my porch before my wife and kids get home. So this is all like do all something I haven't had creative and aquascaping flow in a while. I've had a lot of fun doing this stuff with those, but it's the first time I've actually thrown it down for some aquascaping in a while. Aquascaping is not a talking sport, but I'm going to attempt to talk my way through. First things first, we've got our tank. I'm using the Fluval. This is the Stratum in here, and honestly, it's a little bit lighter as like it's like weight. It's like for it to be, but it works pretty well, and so I'm gonna roll with that. I'd like to use about a whole nother bag of it and really slope this up higher. This drilled to its a 406 filter. You can see down here how this is it. Now I'm actually gonna just fill it with the hose flipped off so that it will allow when I fill it with water. It'll fill, if you come up here, when I fill it with water, when it comes here, it's going to go down in the tube. So I got to have that turned off, otherwise it'll just run water all over the place. But it's actually pretty slick, so you have nothing behind. This is my own standard double LED, just the lights a little better. So I want to show you how I'm looking at these rocks that here. Me the spray bottle right here. These rocks that I have, they full disclosure, I do have a sale that Andrew will link. I get one free, but I do have a chance. I want to get them wet because that's what they're going to look intentionally, so you guys can see the texture. I love these rocks. I love the color. These in the 20. As we speak, and I've got a couple varieties. So they're wet. This is what they're going to look like. So when you see them on the side of the road, don't be afraid to get them wet and see kind of what you're looking with. Love the texture. Never boiled any rocks that I've never had any problems. I don't say you won't, but I do like the curvature that these rocks have. These are just, they've got just more. That's why Dragonstone is so popular. Holes in it. So the rocks down, but I want to show how I'm going to incorporate these. They say the hardscape is the hard part, so what I'm going to get them up into this tank up here. So first things first, roll this, and we'll get this sucker in here. Now, what I'm trying to do is I want to make for this. It's all about the vision. I want to that kind of comes down some of the vert higher up. So I got this is an up black, except keep this one. It's going to move. Kind of get this going. I want the power. I like the face of that rock right there, but I also want to offset it with something else. So I'm going to put that in there like that. Hey, we're back. How's it going? You stuck around. As I was saying before the YouTube app crashed on us, If it crashes again, we're going to video. We're not doing it live anymore. I wanted to create a cavern look here. So I've got these rocks with this character. And I'm trying to see how this piece kind of looks like it kind of fell off of there. I like the look of that. So I'm going to try to incorporate that into what we have going on here. So I want to kind of bring that as like it looks like it kind of came off of there. And then these rocks I want to put in the front because I want to kind of soften the front. And you want to have big rocks in the back, small rocks in the front, generally speaking. And then I've also got some really killer as well to show. And that rock's just it's not doing it the way I want it to do it. But, and I always like to like kind of come in and then come back out of it. Now, really, these rocks are substrate, like the contrast for my liking. Now, looks like a nutsack, so we'll switch that up. I'm really just trying to play with this and figure out where we're going to go. I want that down piece. Trying to work that back in there. Thank you for the likes and the shares. Make sure you're following us on Facebook and now Twitter. Doing a lot of stuff over there on those Instagram and Facebook. And I don't like that at all. So I got to stop. And so I want to grab this here real quick. I'll hand it back. So what I like, I like the way this is going right here. I don't like the, I'm not nuts about the corner back here. How's the connection on this? Is this all right?
It's not bad. It's not as bad as it was.
All right, and then there. So I'd like to do something to kind of soften this up here. Now I've got some big rocks out in front, so I'm going to set this out here.
I mean, we could, but I mean, we're not connected.
There's so much metal in the siding.
So
stuff like that.
here we go.
There's a lot of
So
if you give it nothing to bounce off of.
So I'm going to run this here, and actually what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to have Josh grab. I want to show these rocks out here. So this is not coming the way I want it to go. So I've got the wild man Josh right here. He's got this rock. These are, hope this connection stays. I'm going to have Josh actually break these to give me some different texture, give me some different color options there. So we're going to have Josh come out and break it. Here's some of the plants that we're going to play with. We'll get more on those in a minute. Josh has the hammer if you want to cover that up and just show them. This is Josh's great job. There's the stratum we're using. So he's going to take that, lay it out, and just that one, will you? And we're gonna try to get this. The goal is, thank you for that. Josh gets the fun jobs. The goal is to give me these like golf ball sizes or so. Okay. So if I could break that into like 6
dead center there.
Yeah, that'd be key. Show the people that sledgehammer.
This is a 10-pound sledgehammer.
Get it, son.
What's up?
Get it, bro. There we go. One crack is all it takes. He swings better than Gallagher. Yeah, so, oh, perfect. All right, so just leave that on the towel, and I'll just bring that whole thing in here, trade up. Hey, Andrew, you want to grab, oh, Andrew's working there. Hey, Josh, switch up. Grab this, you run camera. Oh, you want to bring it in? Yeah. Go ahead. Yeah. So Josh will bring it in. Melissa Byers says, hi, Josh.
Hi, Melissa.
Do not spill any of that. All right. Yo, stop. Hammer time. Boom.
I do have hammer pants.
Hammer pants, nice. Andrew's driving now. Thank you. And again, for those of you just joining us, I gotta say, all the good stuff. My team's been working hard, both Josh and Andrew. Character, you want style. For all the ladies in the place with style and grace, you got the breaks. You got some more character here. That was a perfect break by Josh. So now I've got more characters, more features on the rocks, and just in general, more stuff. That'll make it a lot easier to work with. So I'm gonna pull these up. I'm going to save those smaller ones for later. So this is out. This one's out. Going back behind here temporarily. And then these ones, you can use I love this point. Love that rock. So I'm gonna jack that up in there and use. I like that aggressive. I really want to build this up, and yeah, it's just a better. It's a better. And Oliver, when I watched Oliver Canal, I learned more aquascaping with watching him aquascape in like 10 minutes than I did from anything in the U.S. That was several years ago, but it was still really awesome. So these are okay. This needs some work over here, certainly. This is a little too flat of a face, but what I'm going to do now is really, these are small rocks, so the small rocks kind of soften it. I have around a lot of small rocks. I do sell these rocks too, so if you want to, but I like to put these in, and what these do is this kind of in here, it kind of softens the whole scape. So you never want to forget the little rocks. That's the key. You always want to have your little rocks around to kind of break it so it looks like something that's rocking out. Oh, Josh handed me a nice one too. So he's handing me that one. I don't know if how I'm going to use this one. I've got these ones, and again, I'm going to come back to the hardscape. I want to show some work with the trees actually. So that's temporary there, and any sins or stuff that doesn't look great with the hardscape, you can soften with the plants. But I want to show you guys some of this driftwood here, so if I can get you to rotate around. This is manzanita driftwood. We sell it. Obviously, when you got your wood, you want to make sure that you have lots of pieces to choose from. This piece is a showstopper right here. I'm going to start with this one. So what I want to do...
What's your best way of like picking?
My best way of picking is the most... Good question. So for me, the best way to pick driftwood is to find the most character. It's definitely workable in some way. I don't know if it's going to make it in this tank. I like the curves on this. I like driftwood that looks crazy. Like it looks like it's like a crazy person made it, or like a crazy tree, which is why I like the manzanita driftwood so much. Like this looks like somebody's crazy and they're like coming at you with this like crazy fingers or nails, or like something. This has got to look crazy. So this one looks crazy. This looks like something that Cruella DeVille might be having at her house across from the old greenhouse. Oh, calling back to the lady. This one is also dope. One thing you don't want to do with driftwood is you don't want to get different types. So I would not put manzanita in the same tank as mopari, is the same tank as like any kind of others. Like I would just, it's manzanita only, right? That's my style. So you don't want to mix different types of driftwood. I wouldn't mix dragonstone with this rock right here. So yeah, I'm looking for the most character. And if you look close, like there's character for days on here.
Is that because the contrast is too harsh?
Yeah, it doesn't look natural.
Yeah.
It doesn't look natural. So this is a really sweet piece of driftwood. This one I've been eyeing to place right here. Now, why am I taking this piece of driftwood? I want you to see this. So I've got this vertical space right here that's empty. I'm going to work into there, and I want to work up to the top. So I'm going to take this up here. I'm going to work this in around there. And that kind of closes in the eye. And come this way with that, Andrew, so they can see that. And it's not in its exact location, but it's pretty close. It's where I want it to be. And I want to fill that gap in with the driftwood. So that's coming along.
It gives you that mountainside.
Yeah, I want that mountainside climb.
Yeah.
Look here. This right here, I wanted to work this in with it too. And I don't know where that's gonna go. So I've got this one piece here that I'm really just gonna focus on getting in the exact right spot. Yeah, so I like that mountain kind of climb there. So that's the, if you want to roll to the, so that's coming. Anybody liking this? Anybody learn anything? This over here looks a little too, it's a little too squared for me. So that's going to need to be adjusted. But that's coming. Now we need to do the same thing right up on this side right here. right here.
Yo, Patrick Baca, that's messed up.
What do you say?
He said, I dislike because I've never been the first dislike.
People. So now we got to work this other side here. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to look at this. I want to show what a couple. I'm going to hit this real small one right here, and I want this to look like I want this to be kind of coming out of the rock here. So I want this to like break up your eye as this just like comes out of this whole piece. So I want that to kind of like come at you like that. And I'll show this. So I want that. Now you can't see that with the glare. So I want that to kind of come through like this and really get that going. That shirt is for sale, Richard. Andrew will link it up. Josh is linking it up. Thank you. Cool. We got those shirts available. It's on the tab. Thanks for the support on those shirts. Yeah, so that's I like the way that's coming out of there. I like this. This needs to come. Like this is a little too close. I need to do something with this. So I kind of want to rock this over maybe a little bit, or maybe this, I don't know. Something's not quite right with the way this tree is coming out. But I'll work through it. So yeah, that's coming all right. Now I need something big and vertical to come up out of here. I'm gonna pass this back to you. I got some options here. This piece is awesome because of all the turning and whatever. So I'm down with this. I'm gonna try to work this in the top right here. And get this kind of going like this. And that fills that vertical space and kind of looks like it's coming off of that rock there. So I actually like the way that looks a lot. That's coming all right. Yeah. So gives it a little vertical angle there. And then here we're gonna go. This one I want to use somewhere, but I'm not sure. So I'm just gonna kind of play with it in the back. Kind of want this to be coming around the mountain. She'll be coming around the mountain when she comes. All right, so that's coming around the mountain. Not convinced I'm staying there. But then what you do is you're like, how's this look? And you just want to take a break. You stop and you spray it. I'll take this and I'll spray it. You go link up product. Thank you. So here's what we're doing. Everybody enjoying this? Can I get a share if you're enjoying this? So we get these wet. Somebody's asking a question. When's my new greenhouse going to be? I don't know. I've got too much going on in the way of permits and contractors and going on, so I can't give you that answer. But I'll be bringing some of my aquariums and then doing new setups. I want to do like a bunch of setups like this live all the time, and if nothing else, I'll just make videos without having to worry about my wife and kids busting home at 2:30. So that's how it's going to look wet, which some aquascape, I got to fix it, take that. So I'm going to take this here. This back rock just isn't cutting it for me. It's too flat. I don't know what to do with it. I'm going to try to work something here. It's just not, there we go, that's a little better. So I want this to go here and this to kind of turn with it. You always want to use the same type of driftwood. You don't want to mix that. That's not going to do you any good. Won't look right. So I'm not nuts about this back rock. I've got this, but I don't know if I want to challenge the vertical space coming out of the tank here. It's actually a better looking piece of driftwood for sure, but it will come all the way out of the aquarium, which do because it kind of my lights don't they rest rim. So you got that. It's an option. And could cut it down. Should cut it down. So if I were to take this piece and kind of cut it and put it like that, that's a good piece with its length. Quite frankly, I'd rather sell this than cut it, but I'd cut it. But it's for you all, so I'm cutting. I'd stick it down there. You still try to work it in.
Quiet Chris says you need the lady t-shirts.
Done. Tell him done. Tell him done. If I can profit off of that lady.
Melissa Byer. Oh,
There's in the house. What's up? Yeah, hope everything's good. You know what? I'm gonna run with this piece of driftwood crazy. Not age where I want and like reevaluate because that driftwood's a little too powering. I like it, but it's like other people have daily videos with goal that I had for this year, so I did achieve the goal I was out to do. But I don't know if I can commit to daily videos at this time.
It's harsh.
It's hard. It's hard. I think by Tuesday. It's hard.
You gotta be funny every day. You better be funny today.
I'm sorry, but that blind cave tetra ran, I think, is one of the best videos I've ever put out. Why the blind cave tetra? Click the links around here to check that out. Anybody, so you guys would buy the shirt that said the lady on it? That would be good. I need to make that shirt. I need to give Bill Burr like a rip on that. All right, so this is a fun part right here. Check this out.
It's a rock that we personally picked up, Jay.
Yeah. So this is check this out. So this is a thing that I want to show people. So right here, I like this, but this is a little sloppy. But look, as soon as I put plants in here, this gap will all be gone. So all this will disappear when I put some plants in there. So I'm actually good with that. Now I am going to rework this into there a little bit as well. So that's going to kind of work its way. Yeah. So I can come out. I really want this to come through here like this to kind of embrace that. There we go. Now we're cooking with gas. So I like the way that's coming.
Saying they'll totally buy that shirt.
The lady shirt. Dustin's fish tanks. The lady, that will be on Teespring as soon as I get done with this wonderful buy one get one free sale. All right, so I kind of like the way that's looking and coming around that. So we're gonna roll with that. I'm going to pass the mic to the Josh.
What up?
Because I want Josh to introduce. Can I get a share or a like though for all the people that are enjoying this? My crew is running hard. Josh has 6 types of hygrophila. We have a high grow row in the greenhouse.
It's actually a product on my site.
So Andrew and Josh, take it up.
We got this.
These are all available. Buy one, get one free. Do not leave this video on your current device. Buy a shirt. Support your boy. Links in the comments. Andrew, can you drive for Josh while he talks about hydro? And I'm going to go get a drink.
Go.
So, you want to stay in
We're just going to introduce you guys flat out. We're going to step out here. Well, actually, Andrew's going to stay right there because it seems to be working right there, and I'm going to bring this in a little bit.
I'll bring it in. I just don't want to talk for a second.
Hope you guys like the videos.
Yeah. Andrew and Josh, my team is killing it.
So, I've got 6 types of hygrophila. You heard it. He is 100% right. So, this is something we call Hygrophila cordata red. It's actually a beautiful plant. And the reason I love this plant so much is because it's actually usually melts a little bit when it first gets here because it's like adjusting to the water conditions, but it instantly starts putting out roots down the bottom, down the side. It bounces back really fast, so that's why I love this plant. I would definitely say that anybody could probably keep this plant. I've kept it in multiple conditions where it generally just kind of does its own thing. It's not a very difficult plant at all. Going on to more easy to keep hygrophila. This is something that is called Hygrophila compact. And it comes in these crazy stems like this. If you get it grown above water, these stems are not firm. They're really loose and frilly. And the leaf structure isn't very firm either, but the longer you keep it underwater and the more roots you get off these, the firmer this stem gets. It'll shoot off a new stem. So it's not only a really easy to keep plant, but it propagates itself extremely quickly. I really love this plant, and like I said, it's super easy. It's a foreground plant. You definitely don't need like any type of high-tech system or high-tech lighting or anything. This plant does what it wants when it wants. So definitely a pretty. I really love this plant. This is actually one of my favorite plants that we've gotten. I fell in love with it on like one of our first imports, so kind of hard not to because it's so easy, and it's hard to find really easy like solid looking foreground plants. So here we go. This is yeah.
Love the Hygrophila.
Yeah, so this is Hygrophila nashimal, shining those little red tips and those little red flakes coming out. This grows pretty similarly to the compact I was just showing you. It's corymbosa as well. And most of the corymbosas grow pretty well. The cherry leaf, etc. Like all those corymbosas that we've had generally grow really easily and don't really require a lot of maintenance or anything like that. All of these plants, I mean, as you know, are hard water plants, so you definitely want a higher pH with a lot of this stuff. But going to a corymbosa that's not particularly easy to keep is this Parawatoda. Now you can see these like beautiful red little pops coming off the top. They've been sitting in the full sun for, you know, a week or so, and they got really nice roots coming off the bottom. I mean, look at that guy. That's a giant root coming out the side of the stem. Yeah, these are not an easy to keep plant. They're more intermediate, I would say. You need a little bit of a higher light to keep it. It doesn't do well in low light environments, as we found out ourselves. But it is really a beautiful plant, and it honestly love the way they don't really grow up the leaf as firm up the stem, so you get like spread out leaves on these, and this one just grows them like bam 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 bam. It makes it look really cool. It gives you that like rising effect to the plant. And then I've got a Hygrophila stricta, which this is a really gangster plant. Intermediate for sure. It'll get really red, and it'll get like light red. This was kind of grown up a little bit above water, but as you can see, we've had some really quick conversion with it. Obviously I have all these white roots on the bottom, so it's doing pretty well. And honestly, the melt of the above water growth isn't really happening very quickly, which makes me you know, pretty excited to see how beautiful here in another week or two. But this will red out, and it'll be a little bit more of a lighter tanner color. Really beautiful plant. I love this plant. Hygrophila stricta. It's a really great plant.
How do I paste, Andrew? Cut paste?
On there, Command C and Command V.
So here we are. This is Hygrophila deformis variegated. And you can tell it's variegated because when you look at these, you see how it's like white? Yeah, it's speckling that
I took that off the site. I didn't think we had it.
I put site. Don't worry, folks. It's still available for sale.
What, Josh?
This is by far one of the cooler plants I've seen, just because it like look at how crazy like this underwater growth on this plant. Look at the speckling on it. I don't even know how to like really what to compare that to. It reminds me of like some like coloration I saw when I was a kid or something. I think is why I like it so much. But yeah, it really does remind me of like some outdoor plants that I can't really like. These right here have that same kind of like, these outdoor plants right here have that same kind of like white, like veiny thing going on the outer rim and stuff. I really dig that. I think it makes the green pop a lot. And as you can see, this is a fully underwater plant. Giant white roots. I mean, look at these roots. Nuts. And then to top it all off, let me show you the regular water wisteria. Why wouldn't I? Here you go. So that's a fully underwater plant, and as you can see, it doesn't really veining that we were talking about. That's how you can tell the difference between it and a variegated. But as you can see, I mean, oh my God, look at all these roots. I mean, look at that root. I mean, I just pulled these out of our cells tank too, guys. Like, I didn't like go through and like pick the best ones or anything. I just my hand in the tank and ripped out for each of these plants, and this is what I came up with. I mean, this side is like inches long or something like that. I mean, look at this is longer than that. This is really ridiculous, actually. And then all these roots off the bottom are just white and lush, and I love this plant. I love this plant, and they're huge roots coming off every side of their stem, and every every leaf is completely underwater. I mean, this is a crazy plant. And that, folks, is all the hygrophila that I have out here. Dustin's gonna aquascape with it. I'm pretty excited to see that. But as you can see, I have 6 different hygrophila on our site. You can go on there and buy a Hygro Row aquarium plant package. 25 on our site, you get 5 out of the 6. So I will pick 5 of the ones. Now you don't pick, we pick. But if you want it, you can put it in the comments, and it's likely we'll try to give you what you want. But we're just working with what we have. So I've got 6 options available, of which we will send you 5. And that is Hygro Row, folks. That is Hygro Row.
You with the round of applause for Josh, everybody. So now it's time to play with the plants. Dusty takes a break. We're going to play with the plants. You want to see the plants? I want to show you the plants in the tank. So here's the thing. I'm going to only do hygrophilas to start. I'm going to start at the back, work my way to the front. I'm going to work with some taller hygrophilas to keep plants in big bunches like that.